and I'll try to keep it as secret as I can and disclose as little as possible to her as I need to, practically. But I just need you to be honest. How long have you been looking at shop?
On the 23rd of January 2025, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force detectives executed a search warrant following a cyber tip received the 27th of December 2024. The investigation resulted in conviction on 20 felony counts and sentencing on the 14th of August 2025.
Okay. Who else is in the house?
My husband.
You got her?
Police department, everyone come outside!
Do your shoes on? No, I don't. All right.
Police department, everyone come outside!
Come on. Did something happen?
Male subject coming down.
Alright, come outside. Anyone else inside? No. That's alright, we'll get you to step out. Open the side.
Tommy, come over here.
Pants are right here.
Alright, stay here. Those will be a couple minutes. Then we'll bring you back inside. Stay here for now.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where are you guys' shoes at?
What's that? Oh, the shoe rack is right there. Thank you, boss.
Those yours?
Yep.
Are these hers?
Let me search this real quick and then I'll get I have a Ring camera. My phone's in my bedroom, of course. But I'm wondering if that saw anything. Might be able to help you guys.
Tommy, do you know anything?
No, I was asleep. There is one firearm in the house. On my nightstand, facing the window, the one closest to the window.
Okay.
It's in a lockbox.
And then you have one in the closet as well.
And one in the closet, yes.
So there's two.
There's
Two firearms,
in the
yes.
house.
Are they loaded?
No.
I'm Detective Skrosky with the Algonquin Police Department. I'll explain everything in a sec. Okay. We're just going to clear the living room so we can have you guys take a seat on the couch, and I'll talk with both of you guys, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
File that off, sir.
Okay. So like my partner explained, he's going to do all the talking with you guys. For right now, I just want you to sit there, okay? And then he's going to stand by you, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Is everything okay?
The detective, Skrotsky, when he comes in, he'll let you know what's going on.
Can we just confirm, like, we're okay, though? Like, yeah.
Yeah, there's no danger out there. No.
I'll introduce myself again. I'm Detective Skrodsky. I know this is a shock to both of you, so I'll try and explain everything as best I can. Are you guys the only people that reside here?
Yes.
We're the only residents, yes.
All right.
That
How long-
alarm is my alarm clock upstairs. I don't know if anyone hears.
Yeah. No, you're good. We'll figure it out. How long have you lived here?
We bought November 14th of last year, so a little over a year now.
So November, keep it. 2024?
Yeah. 2023. No, 2023. He's right. It was right before the wedding.
All right, and what internet service provider do you guys have?
Xfinity?
Comcast Xfinity?
Yeah.
Pretty much since you moved in?
Yes.
And what service do you have for your cell phone?
AT&T through my parents. I'm still on their phone.
You're on their plan? And yours?
I'm still on my parents. We have Verizon.
Gotcha. So, what I do at the Algonquin Police Department is I work internet crimes against. So I'll explain what that entails. That is usually when I receive a what's called cyber tip from a company, an electronic service provider. They'll say, "Oh, we located this on our platform. We need you to investigate it."
Yeah.
And I'll look into that, file a legal process, whether that's a search warrant or subpoena, and try and get more information.
Okay.
I've been having really like hacking stuff
And
pop up.
Thomas, that's what I'd like to talk with you
Yeah.
about. Is it okay while we have this discussion if it's in private, if your wife maybe waits upstairs?
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give you a copy of the search warrant, ma'am. You can look that over if you'd like while you're waiting. And we'll probably just have another officer wait with you in a separate room. Which room would you like to wait in?
I guess my bedroom. I'll turn off the alarm.
Okay, yeah. Not a bad idea.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yes, go ahead.
So I know this is because you got hacked. I know that for a fact. So what's all gonna happen then? So is he going to court for something?
I'll explain that. Obviously, if that's the case, we need to discuss some things.
Yeah.
Or you have the right to remain silent Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have your attorney present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions and make any statements. Do you understand?
I don't understand.
Okay. Do you use any social media or anything?
Yeah, like the usernames.
Mm-hmm.
Capital ZEFT98.
What do you use that for?
Steam and Discord.
Do you use any social media?
No, I got rid of it all. That's what I started seeing the weird stuff on.
Explain that.
So you know, like the when you like go to search for something, they were just getting like these weird, creepy search results, and then like the recommended feed was getting filled with all this crap, and I wasn't the one that searched it. I don't look at that crap, and I just said, okay, forget that. I'm done with all social media. I tried reinstalling it once with new profile, username, that sort of stuff, new password. Same shit started happening, so I just deleted it again and then didn't really.
So you said you noticed stuff coming up on your social media?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
Like it was like gymnastics, like gymnastics, and I'm not searching for that shit. So I decided I'm gonna delete the account and not have that. I'm not gonna be on that platform anymore.
Okay. So I'm going to preface what I say next with this, and it's very important that you're honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done a lot of these cases, and I have people explain all types of things. They say, I was looking at it out of curiosity. I've been hacked. But ultimately, those forensic examiners up there, it's their job to look through computers, cell phones, and they find what are called artifacts of searches, of programs. So they're able to determine what's installed on devices, the files people have been accessing, their internet browsing history, all that kind of stuff. So they're going to look through all that, and what my suspicion is that you've been downloading and saving it to Dropbox, and ultimately they're going to determine the forensic artifacts associated with that. What I need you to do is to be honest, because when it comes to this stuff, it does not look good when someone's lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, and I understand sometimes people have remorse. They're like, I've had this problem for a while. I'm trying to get help. I just need to know what's going on with you. And I'll try and keep it as secret as I can and disclose as little as possible to her as I need to, practically. But I just need you to be honest. How long have you been looking at shop?
I think it started when I was a minor myself. When I was a minor myself.
When you were a minor? Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you first see that kind of stuff?
What? Where? I don't remember.
Do you remember what platform you saw that on?
If you guys don't mind just stepping our way, it's got
Usually people remember where they discovered stuff. If it was a particular website, if it was a file sharing service.
First one was Kick. That was like
Kick.
a mobile.
Yeah,
Like,
I've had to
talk.
talk cases from them, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait until she goes back in the room, okay? How old is it? Now, so it's a little bit quieter. Do you want to go sit at the dining room table? So,
Yeah.
ask you a couple other questions.
Yeah.
Have you ever produced child? When you were telling me before those were hacked, was that just a white lie?
It's like 50-50.
Okay. What's the youngest you've seen when viewing that stuff? And nothing surprises me. I mean,
I don't know.
if you could estimate the youngest age of any of the you saw in there.
I couldn't tell you.
Probably younger than 13, correct? Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Do you prefer photos or videos?
I guess videos.
I was gonna say, I'm got a preference, and I understand that. I'm not asking you these questions to make you feel bad. I'm just asking you them because they're part of the procedural process type of questions. Okay. Have you ever sought help for this?
Not professional, but
So you've never seen a therapist and told a therapist or anyone about this?
I've seen therapists, but not. This hasn't been a discussion.
Okay. It's usually something people keep to themselves, and I understand why. Is it something you want to get help for?
Yeah, I've been struggling with this.
Does anyone else know that you do this? Have you told anyone?
She knows I have a, but not this bad.
She just thinks it's regular.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know that this type of stuff is illegal?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like something like this might happen at some point in time? Okay. Did that cause you stress?
Yeah.
I'm sure. When you view that kind of stuff, when do you view it? Is it like late at night when your wife's asleep, or?
Late at night. I mean, I'm so addicted at home. The work bathroom.
Okay.
Like, I'm addicted now. I need help.
Gotcha. And we've got a social worker through our police department that can connect you with resources. So, we'll try and get you the help you need. Okay. And she knows nothing about this.
I think she suspects.
Why do you say that?
She's asked. I think
Do you think, did she ever locate stuff on your device?
it's possible. I don't know.
Have you ever had any? How's that? At no point in time?
No, I mean, like, Snapchat maybe, but that was like forever ago.
How long ago was that?
I really don't know.
Okay. So you do use Snapchat to chat?
Not anymore, no.
Okay. Were you an adult when that occurred?
Yeah.
Okay. How old was it chatting with?
I don't know.
Was it a male or female?
It's female.
Female? Okay. How old did she look? What would you estimate her age was?
10 to 12, I don't know.
10 to 12.
I don't know.
Did she show you her?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you know that juvenile that was on, you met her online?
Mhm.
How online?
Like gaming.
Gaming? On what game?
That one was Roblox.
You met her on Roblox? Yeah. Did you meet juveniles on any other platforms besides Roblox and TikTok or social media? She said there's approximately 3 or 4 other girls. So 4 or 5 total. Did they all send you? Are we going to find anything in that Dropbox account from your social media that you saved personally?
No.
Okay. Is there any from personal interactions with located on the device?
Fourth Amendment analysis. Riley versus California, 573, U.S. 3732014, requires warrants for digital device searches due to vast personal data stored electronically. Warrant must particularly describe electronic devices to be seized. United States versus Comprehensive Drug Testing establishes protocols preventing over-seizure of data. Critical lesson. Digital warrants require specificity. Generic language authorizing all electronic devices may be constitutionally insufficient. 18 U.S.C. Section 2252, Federal Possession Statute, interstate commerce elements satisfied through internet use, cloud storage, or cross-border transmission. 18 U.S.C. Section 2422, B, coercion and enticement. Online contact with minors constitutes separate federal offense independent of possession charges. Jurisdictional basis. Commerce Clause grants federal authority. Each uploaded file to cloud service establishes interstate commerce nexus. Miranda vs. Arizona, 384 U.S. 4361966. 4 mandatory warnings before custodial interrogation. Silence. Use against you. Attorney. Appointed counsel. Bergwies v. Tompkins, 560 U.S. 37021010. Waiver may be implicit through continued cooperation. Invocation must be unambiguous. Critical lesson. Document waiver explicitly on camera. Silence after Miranda is not invocation. Suspect must affirmatively assert rights. Custody analysis. Reasonable person test. Warrant execution at residence with multiple officers creates custodial environment before formal arrest. Electronic Communications Privacy Act. Service providers have mandatory reporting obligations. Cyber tipline reports establish probable cause foundation. Third-party doctrine. United States v. Miller. No reasonable expectation of privacy in data voluntarily shared with service providers. However, Carpenter v. United States, 2018, limits doctrine for location data. Digital privacy law remains evolving area. Interrogation technique analysis. Rapport building is lawful. Explaining forensic capabilities does not constitute coercion or deception. Critical lesson. Truthful statements about evidence and consequences are permissible. False promises or threats invalidate confessions. Forensic artifacts. browser history, cache files, deleted data, metadata, and cloud synchronization logs provide documentary evidence of intentional access. Chain of custody requirements. Document every access to seized devices. Use write blocking technology to preserve original data integrity.
So we are going to need to put you in handcuffs and take you outside. Okay? Can you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
Anything in these pockets?
Sentencing framework. Federal guidelines calculate base offense level from image quantity, victim age, distribution, and prior convictions. Cooperation and acceptance of responsibility provide limited mitigation. Mandatory minimum sentences apply in certain circumstances. Sex offender registration. Smith v. Doe, 538 U.S. 842003, upheld constitutionality. Registration is regulatory, not punitive under ex post facto analysis. Critical procedural lesson. Separate witnesses immediately. Interview spouse separately to establish knowledge and prevent coordination. Pennsylvania v. Mims permits ordering occupants from premises during lawful warrant execution for officer safety. Addiction defense analysis. Psychological compulsion is not legal defense to criminal conduct, may be considered at sentencing for treatment programs. United States v. Leon, good faith exception. Evidence admissible if officers reasonably relied on warrant, later found effective. Exclusionary rule protects Fourth Amendment rights. Suppression motion practice requires showing warrant deficiency and lack of good faith. ICAC program structure. Department of Justice funded task forces coordinate federal, state, local resources for digital crime investigations. Multi-jurisdictional approach allows state prosecution with federal backup. Prosecutors select forum based on penalty structure and evidentiary advantages. Plea agreement analysis, guilty plea to all 20 counts avoided trial. Sentencing, 30 days incarceration, 30 months supervised release, registration. Collateral consequences, divorce filed February 2025, finalized April 2025. Employment restrictions, residency limitations, internet monitoring, critical investigative lessons. Cyber tips require prompt investigation. Cloud storage preserves evidence despite local deletion attempts. Obtain comprehensive warrants covering all storage locations, local devices, cloud accounts, email services, social media platforms. Interview strategy. Present evidence capabilities before seeking admission. Establish futility of denial through forensic explanation. Legal standard for conviction. Beyond reasonable doubt for each element. Possession requires knowing access and control over material. Distribution elements satisfied through cloud upload even without direct transmission to another person. Sharing via storage constitutes distribution. Constitutional compliance ensures admissibility. Valid warrant plus Miranda compliance equals admissible confession and physical evidence. Final analysis. Effective digital investigation requires technical expertise, constitutional precision, and multi-agency coordination to protect child victims.